And we are live. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Jeffrey E. Epstein Memorial Shark Sanctuary Island. Sorry for the delay. I was waiting for these two handsome gentlemen next to me because I'm still a stupid retard who can't do a proper show alone. So, joining me tonight is our former but still leader of the pack. He is Midnight in Exile.
What's going on, man? I'm not. I'm no one's leader. I'm not a leader.
You are
Oh.
an inspiration, though.
You're the founder.
Maybe I'm the founder.
I just usurped your throne because you were having your personal stuff, but
Yeah, we'll see if that's over eventually.
yeah.
I started work. I actually got back to work on Midnight Chrome yesterday.
Nice, nice. I saw your
Cool.
picture of the one character of
Yeah.
Coca's character.
Which reminds
I
me,
got-
now that I'm half unemployed, so to speak, I may have more time to like work in sketches and art for the channel. I don't know, just saying.
Why are you half
Canals.
unemployed?
Well, because thanks to Uncle Joe, the constant influx of money for this here independent artist has kind of dried down a bit. Like I still
About
get
fucking
commissions and shit,
time,
but
pendejo!
yeah, hey, what's up? So yeah, I don't have as much work as I used to like a year ago. So yeah, I have more free time now to work on
What-
pro bono stuff.
What do you mean? What do you mean the work's dried up because of Joe?
Well, I'm assuming that's why people don't send more scripts my way, or maybe I'm just that bad of an artist. I don't know.
Oh, like everybody's fucking broke.
Yep, that's what I mean. People
Basically.
used to have
okay,
more
got it.
disposable income like a year ago,
Yeah,
and now they're
hey,
fucking broke. So they're like, "Hey, man, I want to do a comic with you, but I can't, like, until next year or so. So can you wait?" And I'm like, "Sure."
but hey, actually, we have a Joe Biden story in a little bit, but Canals, we can also work on our project. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
we can.
That's also true. That's also true.
Yeah,
And
we
I
can.
don't know, man. I do have ideas for my own crowdfunded campaigns. I have a lot of like scripts for movies and novels and shit that never came to fruition that I would like to see in comic book format. But the whole fulfilling aspect like really puts me off. Like,
I know,
I
but
don't know.
I'm still having trouble making a Twitter account because they always ask for the phone number.
Really?
Yeah,
I keep doing that shit.
I don't think it asked for my. I'm not saying anything.
because that's the thing. Because I tried making a new account in the Elon era, and I followed like I think two people, and then they're like automatically lock down my account until I give them my phone number.
Hmm.
And I'm also checking to see if I got any emails from Twitter regarding the other accounts, like the official Awful Goodness Twitter.
I'd say give it a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Things are in the process of changing. There's a whole lot of salt to be mined from Twitter right now.
I know. I got
Is
as
there?
much as I could find on the Discord today. So
Well,
okay. So we introduced Midnight. Then we have the fat greasy one, Canalis,
Hola.
and then we have our bean buddy in Mega Arts, who finally decided to show up.
I was eating, okay?
Okay, what were you eating? What were you stuffing in your face hole?
Or better yet, who were you eating?
enchiladas.
No, pizza.
Oh, okay.
What kind of pizza?
I'm gonna get a lot of shit about because of this because it was Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, bro, I love Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, then why so many people shit about pineapple on the pizza?
I don't know, because they're uncultured swines.
I think it's
because-
just a thing that they do. Like it's It's good.
I mean, I don't understand the hate because the thing about Hawaiian pizza is like it's a balance, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
you
yeah.
have this
I was thinking the same thing.
the saltiness of the ham and the sweetness of the pineapple. Well,
Yeah,
down here
actually,
they also
I actually had
down
pineapple in pizza a couple of times, and it wasn't all that bad. I don't know what the whole
yeah.
deal about it is.
And
Yeah,
and
I
I
don't understand
remember
it.
mhm. And I remember in Mexico you can also get I had a pizza a Hawaiian pizza where I also put like mango pieces on it.
Oh,
And
Oh.
then down here we do like levels where the Hawaiian pizza with the pineapple is regular, and then they have like a second type where it's pineapple and peaches. It's really good.
holy
Nice.
shit! Mango and chorizo pizza is probably delicious.
Oh, you know I should have tried that, but I ordered a Hawaiian pizza with mango.
The thing with chorizo is that it needs to be a very good chorizo because if, for example, it causes you later stomach pains, it's not worth it.
Ah,
Mm.
yeah.
There are many types of chorizos. There are many iterations. Some of them are like spicy. Other ones are like more leathery. That's the type
Mhm.
my dad can't eat because he has like throat issues. Well, that's a long story. But yeah, it's like
Mhm.
you really need to be you need to be really picky about your chorizo.
Yeah.
Anyways, you just reminded me that one time I made chorizo. I made a lasagna with chorizo,
Fucking hey, it's gotta be
and
good. That's gotta
I
be really
actually
good.
blew away an actual Italian person with my
Mm.
Italian cooking.
You would blow away an Italian person and a Basque person with that mix.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Anyways, let's get right to the juicy bits here. What do we have today? The biggest news that's not news anymore. Truth Cops. Leaked documents outline DHS's plans to police disinformation. From The Intercept. The Department of Homeland Security is quietly broadening its efforts to curb speech it considers dangerous, an investigation by The Intercept has found. Years of eternal DHS memos, emails, and documents obtained via leaks and ongoing lawsuit, as well as public documents, illustrate an expansive effort by the agency to influence tech platforms. The work, much of which remains unknown to the American public, came into clear view earlier this year when DHS announced a new Disinformation Governance Board, a panel designed to police misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation that allegedly threatens U.S. interests. While the board was widely ridiculed, immediately scaled back, and then shut down within a few months, other initiatives are underway at DHS as DHS pivots to monitoring social media now that its original mandate, the war on terror, has been wound down. Any thoughts, or do you want me to continue?
Well, I was gonna say that it is clear by now for anyone who's not in absolute denial how leftists are the real tyrants, and they are the actual fucking fascists. They keep warning everyone about. Like, to quote Winston Churchill or not, the fascists of the future will call themselves anti-fascist.
True, true.
This is
I'm
fucking
looking
outrageous.
forward. I'm looking forward to Elon using all the information he just purchased when he bought Twitter to
Oh, he
antagonize
did unveil a
these
couple of
Oh,
people.
yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh
he did
yeah.
like reveal a couple of really interesting bits of
Yes, he
information.
did.
I know I have some bits in the that we're going to touch on later on. So behind closed doors and through pressure on private platforms, the US government has been using its power to try to shape online discourse. According to meeting minutes and other records appended to a lawsuit filed by Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt, a Republican who is also running for Senate, discussions have ranged from the scale and scope of government intervention in online discourse to the mechanics of streamlining takedown requests for false or intentionally misleading information. So the key takeaways are though DHS shuttered its controversial disinformation government board, aka the Ministry of Truth or Department of Truth, a strategic document realized that underlying work is ongoing. And basically, what they're trying to do is targeting inaccurate information on the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic and the efficacy of the COVID-19 vaccines, racial justice, U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, and the nature of the U.S. support to Ukraine. And Facebook created a special portal for DHS and government partners to report disinformation directly. So, you know how I don't want to say the C word, but remember when people were harping on the C word between a certain orange man and a certain country that used to be called the USSR.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The C
So
that is
this
not
is
at all followed by Olution, you mean?
yeah, so this is basically it.
Yep.
Basically this is what Democrats are saying for years of what the orange man did, but they're actually doing it right now with the
No.
tech companies.
Are you saying that they are guilty of what they accuse others of? No.
and
No.
and they've been
Wait a
doing it for
minute.
years. I mean, they've been doing it really heavily for like a good decade.
Hmm. At least since the inception of social media. Did any of you guys see that article published by Tim Pool not too long ago about how the U.S. government back in 2011 was already planning like a bot takeover of social media to skew public information in favor of the U.S. government?
No, I have not, but
Yeah,
it
check
makes
out this.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's the news that I should have like shared with you. I'm gonna see if I can find it. You fine gentlemen keep talking about the whole thing.
And
I'll be back.
Well,
I
you know something, Canales, regarding Tim Pool, I think that people more will take him more seriously if he finally takes off that beanie and shaves his head.
Yep.
he's got a weird shaped head though.
Oof.
I'm
Look,
not.
I
I'm not saying that to be a dick. He definitely has like a really weird shaped head, and the beanie helps kind of fix the shape.
look. Nick
You know
Does
what I,
says
does
Nick
he
Riqueta
have
says
like
something there like,
tentacles like you? Midnight is he from the same tribe as you?
Is me?
I said, does he have like tentacles in his skull? Is he from like the same tribe
No,
as
he
you?
just like his head looks like one of the. The shape is almost like one of those chocolate covered cherries.
Oh yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
He's a fucking
it's got
visitor
like a
from.
weird dip in the crown.
He's like one of those like the newcomers from Alien Nation. You guys remember that movie slash
Ye-
show?
Like the opposite though.
Oh,
It dips instead of blowing out.
it's like the
So
meme, like the stupid guy meme, like all the NPCs like supporting each other, and the guy has like an indenture in his cranium. It's like,
yeah,
Yeah.
oh man,
I feel kind of bad. Did you guys hear the new song that he put out?
I have not yet.
no.
We
Dude,
might do that for the next show. Or maybe we can
it
do a special show.
it's not even worth it. Honestly, it's not even
Oh.
worth it. It's like he ripped off the riff from the Beautiful People and turned it into an emo song. And he just tries too hard to be a good singer, and he's not. So he should be playing to his not being a good singer instead of like he tries to do like vibrato and falsetto stuff. But if you're not good at that stuff, it doesn't sound right. So
just do like Henry Rollins and Trent Reznor. They always said that they don't know how to sing. They just like
yeah,
yell.
he needs to be trying to sing like people who don't know how to sing. Like there's a whole bunch of no wave stuff, like this, like Swans and Michael Gira, and he's just
Oh.
listening to the wrong. I feel bad for him because it's like I like the very first song he did. I thought was good, but he's just trying too hard with the vocals.
All
He
right.
has the same composer.
Oh no, it's the lower one. The article of
Yeah.
it's the one
Okay.
the one
So
below that. The one below that.
straight from uh Doomer Beanie Man. It was this.
Yeah, that's the article.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Go. Go away. From The Guardian. I thought, well, this is more than 11 years old, so obviously this has been happening before, like what the fat man has been saying. So, revealed U.S. spy operation that manipulates social media. Military sock puppet software creates fake online identities to spread pro-American propaganda. But now we have, I mean, pro-American propaganda, that was back in the day, but now we have where it's for like vaccines and
Yeah,
whatever else is going
pro
on.
Ukraine, and yeah, but
Ukraine.
it's still pro establishment, which is the point. Like maybe 11 years ago, it was convenient to be pro American, and now it's convenient to be anti American. It's
Yeah,
Doing
I mean, we all seen the tweets. I have COVID. I got the shot. If I hadn't got it, it would have been worse. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
yeah, doing it through like acquiring the bots through a proprietary software is probably not the best idea because they can just buy them by the batch. They can just buy them. So the smart thing to do is to just buy them, and that washes it a little bit. It's not exactly on, it's not your tools doing the work, but then you could use like a military software to control them.
Pretty much. Anyways,
Yeah.
the U.S. military was developing software that will let it secretly manipulate social media sites by using fake online personas to influence internet conversations and spread pro-American propaganda. Or should we just say establishment propaganda?
I mean, it's still
Yeah.
pro American government one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely establishment.
Yeah. Californian Corporation has been awarded a contract with the United States Central Command, aka CENTCOM, which oversees U.S. armed operations in the Middle East and Central Asia to develop what is developed as an online persona management service, aka a bot, that will allow one U.S. serviceman or woman to control up to 10 separate identities based all over the world. And the project has been likened by web experts to China's attempt to control and restrict free speech on the internet. Critics are likely to complain that this will allow the U.S. military to create a false consensus in online conversations, crowd out unwelcome opinions, and smother commentaries or reports that do not correspond with its own objectives. Actually, now when I think of it, let's see. Where's the date? They don't show the date? Oh, well, it's in.
It's there, no? On the left.
Yeah, it's Nick Fielding.
There it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
2011.
Let me just highlight the year here. And so who was the president during that year?
That was Barack Obama.
Obama.
Yep.
Who is the author of that article?
Nick Fielding.
Nick Fielding and an Ian Cobain.
You know that's
I wonder where they are on all the mandates and the election and all that stuff. I'm gonna look those guys up.
It has a Twitter account, isn't it?
Well, Nick Fielding isn't. Well, I can do Nick Fielding. So let's see. His latest was in August 2021. So yeah, I don't see anything.
He's on Twitter.
Yes, I don't see anything much recent from him. Oh, but he did post about the Troubles, which is interesting.
Seems to be Irish for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's British, probably Irish.
Wikipedia says
from British Isles.
he's British. He has a Wikipedia article. Damn.
Yeah. So got that going. So if you want to blame the last two current presidents, well, actually this whole spy thing started in the glorious Obama years.
The time to become aware of the problems that were coming was 2012 with Barack Obama's NDAA for 2012. And I've been talking about this since the day it happened. And this was the day, like I voted for Obama in 2008, but this was where I said, whoa, what the fuck? There is a provision in that NDAA that allows the US government to extraordinarily render any American citizen anywhere in the world at any time for any reason, which means that the US government, because of this NDAA passing, they can snatch any American up anytime. Like it's legal to do it. It is on the books that they can do it now. And a few people raised their eyebrows when it went through, and that single provision got taken out by a federal judge, and Obama put it back in by executive order. So you knew he meant it when he said it.
And you wonder why he got people didn't care that he literally bombed American citizens in the United States, or drone strike them, or in the Middle East, I should say.
That was part of it. Seeing people just completely ignore those two things. Well, I was like, oh no.
You mentioned the jail kids? The kids who were jailed in the frontier. The border, sorry.
Yeah, he also started the kids in cages. Yeah. The one, remember when we saw the picture of Midnight's precious little horsey girl standing, looking so sad?
That was an Obama facility. Yeah, that was an Obama facility.
The Bicuti Latina.
Oh, okay. So let's move on to the next story. Actually, I couldn't find anything about Horsey getting owned by Elon Musk. So if anyone has that to toss in that we can discuss when we get over there.
I saw something on YouTube about Elon Musk somehow forcing AUC to reveal. I don't know if it's like some kind of merchandising op she's got going on.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to call it, but apparently she's selling like overpriced t-shirts.
So what happened is she referred to herself as a philanthropist. And so somebody went and did a little digging, and they looked at her campaign, they looked at her, and they were like, so we don't have any charitable donations being declared by you or your campaign.
Hey.
The Kim Cell. What's up, my bro? He
What's up,
has announced that Elon Musk has banned Kathy Griffin.
What?
She was impersonating him. He's now. It's now.
If that's the case, she will return, because the other idiot who was impersonating, he got suspended one day, and the later day he returned.
He just tweeted that it's permanent suspension if you're impersonating people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think says nothing of value was lost.
I don't think that it should be a permanent suspension. I don't think it should be. Like, that's too. Like, I get it, but it's too easy to push in the direction of weaponizing or banning people for making jokes.
Yeah.
So I get a feeling that she'll be back. Back.
Yeah, I was making a joke against that furry, so reinstate my original Twitter account. Elon, please.
So and mine, I've been waiting for like 3 weeks now to get a reply from the Twitter team, and then we keep reviewing your case.
Wait, is your account gone?
The
Which
original one, the one with 2K followers.
Oh,
They
okay.
don't have anyone. Yeah,
Okay.
the original one, like I appealed for the first time in like 4 years, I think, when Elon Musk announced that he was going to like take over Twitter, and they actually reinstated it. I was like, oh shit, because I had appealed before, and they actually reinstated it. And then this pussy ass bitch chat loader did something and had me suspended again from evading a ban. But how
yep,
is that possible when I am no longer banned and I deleted the
yep.
offending tweet? I don't understand.
Personally,
So I
Zemos,
Very
yeah,
simple.
private company,
Very
they can
simple.
do
I
what
can
they
explain it
want.
to you. Chad Loader had insiders on Twitter. He
yeah,
had
that's
posted about it, and I say had because he no longer have them. They were probably one of the
Yeah, those
latest.
days are over.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope that. Good. I hope Loader finally gets what's coming to him.
Oh, he's fucking shitting his diapers because he obviously lost his contact on Twitter.
I'm
And all that
loving it.
means is
I'm
he's gonna have to either deal with getting made fun of or block people.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or just
That's all there is.
leave. Leave, load boy. Leave.
Well,
If
I
you
hear
don't like it.
rumors that in order to block
I don't.
people, you're gonna have to pay.
I don't think. I don't think that they should leave. And like they should participate. They should just stop trying to get other people banned from participating.
All right.
no,
Coca
Coca.
says
You
those
don't
kinds of
understand.
impersonation accounts are not only for funsies they use to harass and target people disguising behind impersonation accounts.
No, Coca. You don't understand. When they do it, that's for fun. That's just making fun. That's good natured, banter. But when you say, "Hey, this comic book sucks, man. How did this person get hired?" That's legit harassment, and your life must be destroyed. You don't seem to understand the double thing here.
Yeah, like I made that eBay Michelle account just to screw with Canales' haters.
Well, you gave them schizophrenic paranoia or paranoid schizophrenia. They see
Mm-hmm.
me everywhere now. They think everybody is
Uh,
Canales now on Twitter with for the false account.
No,
yes,
I
I
take
am
that
not
for you.
Canales.
His name's
Anyways.
Ibai Canales. His name's Ibai Canales.
What else? Yeah, freedom of speech is only when they annoy others. Yep,
Mhm.
yep. Anyways, I was mentally misdiagnosed. Kanye West leaks tests from personal trainer who allegedly had the rapper institutionalized in 2016. From Radar Online, embattled rapper Kanye West returned to social media this week and leaked a series of texts between himself and his former friend and personal trainer, who had allegedly first had him institutionalized for manic bipolar disorder in 2016, Radar Online has learned. In a series of newly posted messages between Kanye and Harley Pasternak, does anyone think that name echoes?
That one doesn't, but his real name probably does.
The trainer appeared to give the college dropout rapper two options: sit down and have a reasonable conversation or be institutionalized. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything is discussed is based in fact and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet, Kanye's former trainer told him. Second option, Pasternak continued, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same.
There is zero doubt in my mind that this guy glows, and he glows for the WEF, man. This guy is yeah, he glows. Glow,
He's a
glow,
filthy
glow,
glob. He's a
Mm.
filthy
glow,
glowing glob.
he
glow.
probably has a lot of business people in his family with surnames
So
ending in like
this is something
Berg,
that
Stein,
there may
and
be
Rosen.
there may be some kind of cultural gap at work here, but are they like personal trainers, your legal guardians? Like, how is it possible that you hire a guy to
No,
train you and he can?
no,
What the fuck
dude.
is going on here?
So
No, this
there's
is
got to be.
This guy's when they mean personal trainer, they means like someone who helps you like exercise and be healthy.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, I've done
dude,
that job.
it's what you do at the gym only for a lot more money.
It's like
And
when you're
add
filthy rich.
nutrition.
Yeah, it's like when you're filthy rich and you don't want to go to the gym, you have the gym to come to you. And yeah,
Yeah,
like you
pretty
have your own
much.
personal nutritionist. And I mean, I've done that job. I've been a personal trainer. That I don't remember having the authority to institutionalize any of my clients.
Yeah, there's stuff going on there, man. Like these people, they get so. I got a
Mhm.
relative who is a barber, right? And he's older. It's kind of a dying profession the way that he does it, but he's a barber in like a smaller town. And what he really does all day is people like it's men and women. They sit in the barber seat and they just start talking to the barber and they start telling him everything. And so these personal trainers, it's the same thing. They get them in the gym and they start telling them everything. And so they have multiple very wealthy celebrity clients that are telling them everything. It's pretty useful pipeline to be a part of. But also because they're an authority figure and like a supposed to be a trusted quote unquote expert, they're in a position where they can sort of meld these people and get their ear and hit them like a worm tongue. And there's stuff going on, man. Like they I don't know. I bet you this guy has power of attorney over a couple of people.
Hmm.
Kind of like how Epstein had power of attorney over the president
Right.
of the CEO of Victoria's Secret.
Interesting.
It's like why did he have that? Well,
Mhm.
because he knew what he needed to know to get it.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. So continuing, but after leaking the messages between him and his former celebrity trainer, the former billionaire argued he was mentally misdiagnosed. What should be obvious by now is that I am raised to stand my truth regardless of the consequences, Kanye wrote. So I will say this again. I was mentally misdiagnosed and nearly drugged out of my mind to make me a manageable, well-behaved celebrity.
I don't
Which,
have any trouble believing that. I don't have any trouble believing that. Maybe even
Neither do I.
most celebrities, yeah, maybe even most celebrities are just like doped zombies for the managers and the studios and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I mean, that's what
and
Elvis was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
and just recently, Aaron Carter just died. They
Yep.
found him
Oh,
dead
yeah.
like yesterday.
And what was his last tweet?
Uh,
Or one
that
of
I
his
don't
last
know.
tweets?
Yeah,
One of
That
his
I
last
don't know. I
Don't
don't
believe the
follow
business
Aaron
people.
Carter.
Don't believe the
it
business
was
people. The shot can kill you.
it was hey Kanye, let's talk. Man to man.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No joke. Here, I got it. I'll put it in the.
All right, put it in the chat. Let me finish reading this article. As Radar Online previously reported, Kanye has essentially been canceled following a troublous series of insensitive actions and borderline anti Semitic comments over the course of only a few weeks. First, the 45-year-old rapper chose to wear a line of White Lives Matter, although the trademark was later revealed to be already legally acquired by a different party to his Paris fashion show in early October. Then, mere days later, the rapper turned fashion designer went on a public tirade via social media, seemingly slamming the lives of Jewish people worldwide, aka business people as he called them. And then he's like, I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, the rapper now known as Ye wrote. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also.
I mean,
Shout out to the Black Hebrew Israelites.
there are a lot of people that believe that, and
Yeah,
I think that
there's like
there's
the
probably a
Ethiopians
reasonable
too.
argument. Yeah, the Ethiopians. Yep.
Yeah, I mean
There's an
Jews are
argument. I don't
police
see anything wrong with making it.
Oh shit! Do you read what Hero put in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me get back over there. Hero. I went to high school with his girlfriend. Oh, you went to school with Aaron Carter's GF?
They were gonna get married. She was saying that she doesn't think he killed himself because they were They were getting married like in a month.
And like he had like a baby too, not too long ago. All right. Let's see. But he continued. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who opposes your agenda. Okay, actually, now that I mentioned the Ethiopian Jews, guess what happened to them when they went to the Holy Land of Israel?
They
Didn't a
got
bunch of
kicked
them
out.
get sterilized?
Yeah, and then you also find them doing like menial jobs, like picking up trash at the temples and stuff.
Damn. Well, was it? I think this guy. You guys need to follow this black gentleman called Barricade Garage on YouTube. I don't know if you know him,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, go give him a follow. Go give him a sub because he has some really interesting points, and he's a rapper too. He sings, and I remember a lyric of his that said that white supremacy wouldn't exist without Jewish supremacy. How's that?
Mm.
Interesting.
hmm I'm just saying that's what he says. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, Susan. I'm just paraphrasing someone. Okay, Susan, you got that?
Okay. In the subsequent followed and backlash, Kanye was dropped by a substantial series of high-profile partners, including Balenciaga, Vogue magazine, and perhaps the most consequential of them all, his $1.5 billion contractual deal with Adidas. And that's it for that.
I mean, he was this. This is a lynching. This is how you
Mhm.
lynch someone in modern. Like killing them is no big deal. This is how you make them suffer. This is how you beat them into submission. This
That's how
is
you make it public. It's a humiliation ritual.
yep. It's a hobbling. They're
Mhm.
hobbling him, and it's amazing to me
Alright.
that they can like. I don't know. I think that they don't understand it in those terms. It's amazing that they can't see it. Like I
Yep. Here's the tweet, the possible last tweet from Aaron Carter. RIP in peace, dude, even though I only remember him as being that stupid kid that my basic white bitch sister loved when she was a
Well,
kid.
yeah. I mean, I was a teenager in the '90s, and I remember all my younger female friends being mad about Aaron Carter.
wasn't his older brother Nick was in the Backstreet Boys, right? That was Backstreet
Right.
Boys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was his whole
I mean,
thing. Like, he was, yeah.
that kid has been around music business people
Yeah.
for his whole life.
Not a good
And
sign. Because
yeah, I bet you he knows things that shouldn't happen.
Don't be surprised if it was the
I
rumor.
bet you $1 to donuts that Lou Pearlman got his hands on him too.
Exactly.
Who's Lou Pearlman?
He was the manager of the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and I think a
Oh,
couple other boy bands.
and he
He
got in
was-
trouble, didn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and you would never guess what his background is.
I mean, I know his name.
mm,
Actually, let's save this for later. But first, so Wednesday, I guess there was some speech.
There's my what?
So, from Sean Hannity, please don't strike us. We're putting you out to our audience.
Once again, Joey delivered another kind of bizarre, out of touch speech about his hatred, his full on hatred for half the country. Take a look.
Now, extreme MAGA Republicans aim to question not only the legitimacy of past elections, but elections being held now and into the future. This is the struggle we're now in, a struggle for democracy, a struggle for decency and dignity, a struggle for prosperity and progress, a struggle for the very soul of America itself. This is also the first election since the events of January 6th, when the armed, angry mob stormed the U.S. Capitol. I wish I could say the assault on our democracy had ended that day, but I cannot.
Now, in fairness to Joey, your president, he gets an ice cream cone tonight. He really did well. He remembered the word MAGA Republican. Good job, Joe. Now, tonight,
I wish I could
I don't
say
know.
that the assault on democracy ended the day, but I can't because I can barely pronounce words.
I need a teleprompter. What the teleprompter says? Oh, look, the teleprompter is.
Okay, okay. We did that Joe impersonation. Let's move on.
The only people who actually listen to anything that Joe Biden says anymore are the people that are looking for faux pas to stream and post. Like none of his followers actually listen to him. I don't like. There's
Yeah.
nothing
Remember that time when
coherent
George
coming out of
Takei,
his mouth.
George
There-
Takei fell for the whole. I'm just gonna say two words, and you say three words, and George Takei, like I think it was Lauren Chen or one of these. Like I think it was Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert fan quote, like parody quote Joe Biden when he said the whole "I'm just gonna say two words" and he said three words. I can't remember which one. And Lauren Boebert did the same joke, and George Takei fell for it. He thought that Lauren Boebert actually made that mistake, which means George Takei doesn't watch Joe Biden speeches.
Right.
Nobody watches
Yeah,
Joe Biden speeches. None
no.
of them.
They pass any like snippets that they need on socially, and then just they're repeating one another, which
Mhm.
is why handlers work so well with them, because you just get a handler on the right one of them, and other people, everybody just repeats what the handled person says. Oh, look at that! How's it working
Yeah.
out? Exactly like it looks.
Yeah, it's quite
And
not that
basic-
these guys don't watch the news. They hear what others say and take that for granted. The same happened with the Cal Rittenhouse trial 1 year ago. They say, "Oh, the poor guys killed. They were victims. They were innocent civilians." Give me a fucking
The
break.
lack of information in every single person got to engage on Kyle Rittenhouse
Mhm.
blows my mind. And what blows my mind even worse is their refusal to be corrected on that information.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mark
there's still
Ruffalo.
people who believe that the guys he shot were blacks.
Oh yeah,
No,
they were.
Yeah.
you see that here. Like if you ask any Spaniard that barely know what's going on about in the U.S., you ask them about Cal Rittenhouse, they will firmly tell you that he killed black people. He's a racist murderer.
Yeah, not one. But
And
then
you show them the videos, and you show them that he actually shot two white guys, and they're like, "Yeah, but mental gymnastics. Yeah, but dude."
And one
there's
of
no
them
point. There's no
was a pedophile.
and the other was a domestic abuser. Like, fuck yourself.
So win-win. Like, yeah.
You should be
Anyways,
happy
from
about it.
Daily
You fucking
Mail.
twerk.
Anyways,
Hero 9269 for Able says, I agree with Melanie. I don't think he killed himself. I'm not sure who Melanie is.
I think
This
Melanie
is
is like his girlfriend or
Was his girlfriend.
was his
Oh,
girlfriend.
that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
But yeah, apparently he was found in the bathtub by a house sitter.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe. I mean, he did have drug history and ODs happen, but boy, what timing.
Interesting. Anyways, Biden is a tyrant. Fierce Republicans say president's patronizing speech saying democracy is not the rule of monarchs and the midterms a battle with the MAGA dark forces won't divide Americans and distract from his dire record.
Or his
So-
diarrhea.
I
Got it,
see where you're
diarrhea.
going.
See what
I
did there?
pooped myself today. Anyways, Republicans have reacted with fury at President Joe Biden's divisive and patronizing speech they say was a bid to divide Americans, try and distract him from his poor record, and pit the midterms as a battle between the Democrats and dark forces and the Republicans. He's a tyrant, Republican Congressman Andy Biggs tweeted after the remarks at the Washington D.C.'s crime-ridden Union Station, where Biden said democracy means... Hold on. Where Biden says...
Democracy means never having to say I'm sorry.
And warned of election disagreeers. continuing the orange one's big lie to try to overturn the thing.
You know the thing, man.
Yeah, you know the thing. The thing, yes, the thing. The president said this Tuesday's vote is a decision on whether we're going to the republic, where reality is accepted, or the and battle between democracy.
Whoever calls the
He also,
U.S. a democracy is only demonstrating they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because even I know,
we're
as only a filthy Spaniard, that the U.S. isn't a democracy. There is not a
we're
single
like
democracy in the world.
we're like a what was it, a representational
Constitutional republic.
republic,
You're a
constitutional
constitutional
republic.
republic. That's not a fucking democracy. There is not a
Uh,
single democracy in the world.
he also tied the attack on Paul Pelosi to the orange guy and his refusal to not give up the thing,
Right,
the
because
other
that's what
thing,
happens.
and
That's
MAGA
that's
Republicans.
that's what you infer from two guys in their underwear fighting with hammers, you know, and the guy
And
who gets accused of assault hanging out with BLM and nudist people.
Hmm. They even had like a rainbow weed flag in front of their house.
That's ultra MAGA, guys. That's ultra MAGA now.
Yep. This is petition. This is intimidation. If I get Democrat, Republican, and official, who shoot the jobs are consequential life for profit. Life for complicate, life for bad, and recycle hate, vitriol, and violence, he said. We the people, but a time where the Republic of law will prevail or we will allow their first and third power. And blah, 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 blah. He also said. The GOP said his remarks were a desperate attempt to try and divert Americans' attentions away from his failure to address inflation, crime, and the border. They also turned to his complaints of autocracy, where many of his policies, including his massive student loan forgiveness plan, were done without putting it to Congress. Republican leader Kevin
well,
McCarthy said, "What?
Joe Biden complained about autocracy.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm asking that's a question. Joe Biden complained about autocracy.
Yep, he did.
he
Yeah.
did."
He has signed executive orders since getting into office. Those are autocratic tools.
I
Mhm.
remember like a coalition of state attorneys, like federal district attorneys or like state attorneys. How are they called? Like the highest judicial authority in a state.
Uh,
State
Fiscales,
DA,
attorneys.
I
state
think they were the
attorney.
DAs. There was like a coalition of attorneys like signing an open like a collective letter to Joe Biden, basically telling him to cool it down with executive orders, because that's not how
Yeah.
the U.S. is run. Like they say that,
I mean,
respectfully, please hit the brakes, man. Hit the brakes.
one of his executive orders shut down a pipeline that put thousands of people out of work.
Hmm.
Basically.
So, like, I'm not against the existence of the executive order, but you do have to be careful how you use it. And you should not be doing it in a way that puts thousands of Americans out of work without, on the other hand, doing something to replace what you're destroying.
All right. So Republican leader Kevin McCarthy said, President Biden is trying to divide and deflect at a time where America needs to unite because he can't talk about his policies that have driven up the cost of living. The American people aren't buying it. Senator Tom Cotton says Biden thinks democracy can only be achieved by Democrats having complete power. And that's basically what they think. They're like, Democrats has Democrat and democracy has Democrat. So their logic is Democrats only support democracy. have complete power as the party looks to set to lose the House and have an uphill battle to hold on to the Senate in the midterms.
Yeah, cough, cough,
Okay,
Dominion, cough, cough.
regardless of that, until they win, I will start to love them because, after what happened 2 years ago, these guys are extremely unpredictable.
Mm-hmm. Also, here's a little map, a graph, we can say, about the midterm batters. So we have Pelosi, McCarthy. We they need 218 needed for control. So the projected for the Democrat side is 174, but the Republicans are projected to have 228.
What happened to McConnell?
Oh, he's down here. He's
Oh,
in the Senate. He's the minority leader of the Senate. Because the majority leader is Chucky Boy,
oh yeah.
and Turtle Man is the minority leader. So 51 needs. So 51 is needed for control, which Kamala Harris needs to break the time.
I'm
So
calling. I'm calling it for an election day glow up of some sort.
probably.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
So it's projected 46 for uh Democrats, 54 projected for Republicans. Oh boy, I'm going to be bracing myself for Tuesday. Tennessee Representative Mark Green weighed in on the divisive speech by writing on Twitter, tries he might, President Biden can't distract the American people from the truth. He began his remarks by drawing a connect to the Paul Pelosi attack, to Trump's refusal to accept the thing, and warned dark forces with power will threaten democracy in the midterms. And Marjorie Taylor Greene says the only care about attacking Trump, that's it. Joe Biden just proved to Americans that he doesn't care that you can't afford gas, can't afford food, that our borders are invaded, and you're victims of crime just like Paul Pelosi, she added.
I don't trust anyone who talks about Joe Biden as if he actually had any power and knew what he's doing. Like I
Right.
think anyone with half a brain can see that Joe Biden is dementia ridden, probably terminal, and that he's just being puppeteered by whoever it is, the WEF, the WEF, I don't know, the CIA, whatever. Like he doesn't decide shit. He doesn't know what the fuck he is half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
if you think Joe Biden is anything but a doddering Alzheimer's case, dementia case, then you're either really, really, like really stupid or part of it.
Yep.
yeah.
That's why I say like fuck, what I was gonna say. I completely forgot. But yeah, that he's just like well, yeah, go on. I'll probably come back to it when I remember.
Right. Andy Biggs says Americans are fed up with Joe Biden. Instead of listening to their concerns, he responded by holding a national address to patronize them. He is a tyrant. Then let's hear from Marjorie Taylor Greene. They only care about attacking the orange man. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
And
gonna say. That I'm
yeah.
my theory is that Joe Biden is the president that is supposed to completely destroy the U.S. so they can rebuild it as some sort of EU type of socialist hellhole. So they
Oh,
they need someone who won't mind, won't care about being remembered as the worst president ever. So that's why they chose like this dying senile old man. Like he doesn't care. Like he's half dead anyway.
Yeah, you're. That, I mean, he definitely doesn't care what anyone thinks of him. He has no idea what anyone thinks of him. He thinks whatever Jill tells him, people think about him. That's what he believes.
Jill is basically
Whoa.
his worm tongue.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's
An
see.
image, huh?
Representative Mark Green says a divisive speech tries he might. President Biden can't distract the American people from the truth. Words. Oh, that.
Oh, the Muppet lady.
Yep.
And she looks like a fucking Muppet.
Yeah,
Looks
she
like animal or
kind of
something.
does.
He has like a weird face
Anything
that opens too much
else?
when she talks.
Oh yeah, Biden called on Americans of all political backgrounds to show their support for democracy this Tuesday when the Republicans are predicted to take control of at least one chamber of Congress. And then blah blah blah. Basically, yeah. Biden's a tyrant.
I
That
mean, he's
lady is
not.
so
He's just a front.
yeah. He's a front for the tyrants, and I'm certain that like there's no one like there are multiple people. It's just that Jill is the one that has the most power over him. Oh,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think he's just like repaying favors that he owes in the form of like being a scapegoat for American hatred for when he sings left the country.
Sorry, I just had to plug in my laptop here. Right. Coming back. Right. Our next. Now we're gonna get into it. The twittering. Starting with. Yeah. First, let's go to here. Companies are suspending ads on Twitter after Elon Musk's takeover. Here's the full list of brands pressing pause of advertising. All hail Musk, our new leader.
The musky one.
Yep. Old Muskie. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Twitter's new leadership is making some advertisers nervous. Companies including General Motors, Volkswagen, Audi, and Pfizer have reportedly paused ads on the platform as concern over Elon Musk's plans for content moderation grows, per the Wall Street Journal. On Thursday, the billionaire tried to reassure skittish advertisers that their platform would remain safe to advertise on in a virtual meeting with more than 100 advertisers and ad agency executives. Insiders Laura O'Reilly and Lindsay Rittenhouse reported. However, some advertisers are not so sure and have been press pause on advertising for the time being. Read on to see which companies have taken a step back from the platform. All right, fam. Let's read them off and pull our support. General Mills, creators of
that's
Cheerios, Bisquick, and Haagen-Dazs ice cream. They paused all advertising on social media platform. Next we have Audi. German.
That's a push.
Audi, the signature car of the like middle class asshole that thinks they have money.
Yeah.
I hate people that drive Audis.
It's as I said, it's a posh brand car name anyway, and I don't like it. I'm more of a Dodge guy.
But it's not posh. It's like it's posh for people who aren't posh.
Well, okay. I guess like posh in English means one thing, but in Spanish we say that posh is a mindset, not really a socio-economical status. Like you can be posh.
I think the best way to describe Audi is if you're too poor to afford a BMW or a Porsche.
Yeah. Yep. It's absolutely, if you're too poor if you're too poor for a BMW, Audi. That should be their fucking ad campaign.
Yep. And then just have like some melanin enriched guy driving an Audi through the ghetto.
Honestly, black people have way too much like good taste to drive an Audi.
Yeah, they would prefer like a Toyota.
I actually like the pimp mobiles from the old 70s movies. Like there's a pimp mobile in second Dirty Harry movie that I fucking love.
The jacked up the jacked up Cadillacs.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Like the Pintos that like have that suspension that makes them like bounce and shit like that.
Oh, hot rider,
Right,
low riders.
right.
Yeah. Low rise.
Lowriders.
Yeah. I actually like that shit.
Pfizer. All right, next is Pfizer. They suspended its advertising. Well, that's a good thing because living in South America, I haven't been inundated with like medical ads, medication ads every so often. I mean, there is some, but it's not as saturated as in the US. General Motors.
You mean General
General
Morons, right?
Yeah. Let's see. The company said it will continue to use this platform to interact with customers but not pay for any services on the site. Volkswagen,
Oh,
which
the
is
motor company,
ironic.
the motor company that
Mhm.
worked with Hitler.
Yeah. Then they mentioned that it was formed by the
Yeah,
labor front under the Hitler rule,
yeah.
and they only
Also,
seem to have
I
a
think
problem
I
with
think
Nazis.
also basically you can tie any German automobile company to the Nazis. I mean
Yeah, man.
BMW
I think
and
you can
Porsche.
even I think you can even tie Fanta to the Nazis. Like, I
Yeah.
don't consume stuff done by
Very
Nazis.
easily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Actually, you want to hear a funny story?
Operation Paperclip,
What?
motherfucker. You
What?
will have to like you have a modern lifestyle. Sorry, go ahead.
Shut up, fat ass. And Mega wants to tell us a story.
I'm sorry.
Back in 2014, when my mom and dad were getting a new car, they went to several companies. Okay, one of them was the Volkswagen. So my dad was talking with one of the managers, who was already an old man, and he pretty much made the math in his head and said this guy was alive during the Nazi Germany. And he asked him, "Hey, by mere curiosity, were you living in Germany during the time of Hitler regime?" Because he commented to my father that he was a German, and he was
Hmm.
very embarrassed and said, "Yeah, I lived there." And you were part of the Nazi party? And he was again was very ashamed and say, "Yeah, I was."
Oh.
And he
I
pretty
mean,
much started to apologize and say,
Did
"You have to
then
understand, this guy manipulated us. He was like a snake charmer."
No,
he
he
should
did
have
not
you
manipulate
should
you.
have your dad should have asked him
No,
like,
he did
so where did you land? In Buenos Aires
not.
or I'm trying to think of like all the ports on the
No, here's
Argentina
here's
side.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is probably out of like this isn't a tangent, but I think he probably meant we thought he was right, and then he lost the war, and he got
yeah,
like
yeah.
completely demonized by the media. And the same way we bought his version of the facts, then we bought the version of the media, and now we
Hmm.
are ashamed of what we thought was right like 40 years ago. That's
Yeah.
that's basically it.
Yeah.
I would
Let's
say by
see.
the time he was in power, it's not like he had a choice.
Yep.
So I don't see a reason to get bent out of shape over it.
Like that's
So
something that happens to the ETA guys here in, well, doesn't happen actually to the ETA guys here in Spain. The Basque separatist terrorists, like they arrest them and
my
they tell them
favorite
to
guys.
repent. Yeah, I know they are, even though they're Marxists. I'll have you know,
I
but
know.
they will only let them uh, get out of prison if they publicly repent, if like they officially repent, sign a document saying that they repent, and they're like, look, I know, like some of them, that the most reasonable of them will say, look, I know that I did something wrong by killing people and bombing stuff, but I thought I was doing the right thing, and I won't apologize, and I won't apologize to you. Like I don't buy this, as I say again, like humiliation ritual bullshit.
Well, well, at least they're in the position to have the liberal government who'd be like, "Oh, okay, we forgive you."
Oh no, they're doing that already because we
Mhm.
have Marxists in power now.
They're like, "Oh, it's okay, we forgive you."
Yeah, no, that it's great because the Spanish media has gone some, again. This is another tangent, but I'm just think it's interesting for the issue at hand. Like we have the Spanish media going from demonizing the ETA people and the Basque separatists, like we were the worst thing to happen to Spain ever since Franco, to like well, maybe bombing supermarkets and shooting people in the back of the head wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe you should just, forgive and forget. It's pretty fucking funny how the media work.
Hmm.
I await Vox coming to power.
I kind of want Putin to be like the conqueror that they say he is, and to like
Mm.
become overlord. I for one welcome our Russian overlords. No, it's a joke, Susan. I don't say that serious.
Anyways, more brands to avoid. Mondelez International, they make like Oreos and all different kinds of crackers. Interpublic Group, which is a major advertising agency. Oh, look at the doggy. Look at the doggy in his cute little Christmas sweater. Oh, and here's a kitty in a little Christmas tree sweater. Oh.
Oh, and there's Fetterman in his hoodie. Oh, Fetterman.
Oh, Butterman.
Brain damage
Anything else?
zombie.
Nope.
That fucking guy is not fit to work any job.
And he's gonna be the senator of Philadelphia.
I just want to see a debate between him and Joe Biden. Just please make that happen.
Oh, fuck off.
That'll be
I mean,
pure
with the
torture.
I would
you know,
pay. I would
with-
pay.
With the magic of digital software, that's actually possible if you think about it.
Oh yeah, no, they're probably like alter their faces digitally and then add voiceover, and they will sound like they're actually right in the head.
Mhm.
Well, I was thinking that we could take, I don't have time to do this. I wish I did. But we could take all their faux pas clips and just put them up against each other.
You know who could do that?
Yeah.
Mr. Gunafui.
Who?
Yeah, Mr.
Mr.
Gunafui,
Gunafui.
Alright.
the YouTuber. You know who that is?
Not really.
You're gonna fucking love him. Put that in the private chat, Mega.
Let me look for him.
All right, but also in Mega, we might need your services of translation
Mexican too, right?
because in Mega, please translate for us.
Okay. It says Elon Musk fires all the workers from Twitter Mexico. They disconnected all their computers. It is reported that all the workers from Twitter Mexico, by order of Elon Musk and the renovation of the platform, have been fired. And all the bastards that you see in the picture are the employers of Twitter Mexico.
These are all the employees
And
of Twitter
nothing of
Mexico.
value was lost.
No, and especially because
I've
yeah,
been-
nothing is.
they are part of the bad part
I've d-
experiment.
I've done gigs in Twitter's headquarters. So I've been in their in the buildings, and I've been on their floors, and I've seen their VPs and whatever the fuck, however they classify their employees. And I never saw anyone doing any actual work there. Everybody, it was all just chatter time. It was like a daycare.
Yeah, it's what
I saw lots of people.
Yeah, that
So,
was in the last episode where we showed the girl
and
just going,
this
okay, welcome to Twitter. This is my job. I go into my little meeting pod, and then I drink some wine and go on the roof, and then I have a smoothie.
this picture is very representative of what I saw. I was like all woman and feminized men, and they were there to socialize and get a paycheck for it. And they had meetings about having meetings, about socializing, and then having meetings. Nothing was ever
Have to
about
decide what
work.
we're going to decide.
Like no one,
And they
you
were
didn't see anyone just sitting down at a computer actually coding or moderating.
if I did, it was like not that
A
many.
Pajit.
Yo, just
yes.
the meme of Exhibit.
What?
The meme of Exhibit. I'm gonna talk about having a conversation when I'm talking about having a conversation.
That's pretty much
Nice.
what it was. It was funny because like everyone there was just so fake. that's the thing. Everyone there was just so fake. You know those people that they have to draw that meeting out? They just have to fucking draw the meeting out. Mega, you might have run into this. Like, I hate meetings. I hate going to meetings at work. Don't there are 3 data points that I'm going to get out of that meeting, and you could put them in an email for me, and it would take me 15 seconds, maybe 15 minutes to get that email through my head. I don't need a 3-hour fucking meeting. But there are.
Oh well,
If you've
I've gone
ever
through that when making movies, like independent movies. When I was in college, like we would do meetings, and I was like, yeah, but what's the point of it? Can you just guys send me like an email and tell me what you want to do? Like, why do I have to sit here for like 2 hours and just talk about
every
nothing?
fucking meeting in that environment, Twitter is not entirely, but way bloated with the type of people that just drag the meetings out, because the meeting isn't about the meeting for them. It's about the attention they get from the meeting, because they're those people that don't understand that the job doesn't give a fuck about you. The only reason you should ever go to a job is for the paycheck, and they don't think about it that way.
I don't want to be your friend.
Boggles
I
my
don't
mind.
want to be your family.
Yeah.
I just want to get paid. I already have
That's
friends.
it. That's the
Well,
only reason
anyway.
Yeah.
But that's not. They don't
No, sorry,
understand that
go ahead.
concept of having to spend those hours doing shit you don't want to do so that you can pay your rent.
Yeah, all they want to do is just sit and eat salad and talk about pronouns or whatever.
Is that asparagus? Oh, it's pesto. I
Oh,
was ripping Bill Burr off. That was a Bill Burr joke.
okay, that's good. Oh,
I put the link of Mr. Yonofi
okay.
profile.
Oh, Mr. Unifi. Okay. Oh, right. I remember him. I used to follow him. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at that quick.
I've never heard of
Mr. Yonofi.
I've never heard of
Yep.
this guy. Is this? I'm gonna.
He does like
You need to see his like Jeffrey Tubin videos and his Young Turks videos. It's fucking great.
yeah.
Like he's Mexican too, right?
He's Latino. I don't know if he's Mexican.
Yeah.
Amber
I
Heard
don't know. I mean,
quit.
his accent always makes it better.
I don't see anything from him like his actual videos, so yeah, well,
Click on tweets and replies.
let's see. Nope. Not really. He's just
Okay.
reaction image. And Mandy's showing off her tits. Good job, Mandy.
It's just. It gets so fucking tired, ladies.
Mm. Well, I would be doing the same thing, but I don't have no tits to show. So
I was not aware
yeah.
of this.
He does the videos for. Oh yeah, he does the videos for
Ethan.
EVS.
Yeah.
Ethan. Where was I now? Okay. This was brought to my attention. Wall Street Bets chairman says Twitter employees were selling verification for upwards of $15,000. For certain accounts, mine included, they would refuse to verify you through the standard application and then privately offer to verify you for money behind the scenes. Investigation needed. And Elon says, yup.
That is an embezzling charge. At least. At least. There's probably quite a few other charges, but that's federal charges if you do shit like that at work, especially for that type of money. Like, it's one thing if you sell a fucking case of liquor out the back door of the store you work at for $100. This is not that.
Mm-hmm.
And now
This
you
is
know
not
why
that.
some blue check marks are so pissed off about having to pay 8 months back. $8 a
you mean
month. Sorry.
$8 a month?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a native English speaker. Sue me.
You were close, buddy. You were close.
It's late and I'm old and part of my job is getting punched in the head. What do you expect?
They probably, I bet you that there was some sort of a network situation going on where media outlets that have like multiple people tweeting in their favor,
Mhm.
they probably had some sort of relationship with one of these fixers where that fixer fast tracked their people to verification.
Right. Wasn't
And
I know Sibuzi had the blue check mark.
He still has
yeah,
it.
I doubt he paid for it.
Hmm.
I doubt he paid for it.
They probably just gave it to him as like a little perk.
Well, he had that insider that banned people for him.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
whatever he had over that insider that would make that insider willing to risk their job and possibly getting involved in like things that end up in jail time. He had something over him.
Yeah. It was I think I remember Chad Loader was blue checked once.
Oh, really?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, Kefal's got the blue check mark, so makes me wonder if she paid for it, or maybe someone got the blue check mark
I'm
from her.
willing to bet that there's like a second rate, like a big rate celebrities, like I don't know. I'm not gonna say George Takai, but that sort of guys, that did that.
Mhm.
Keffels probably has the Troon Brigade inside.
Yeah.
Past tense.
Not-
I don't think it is.
Yeah, but we will get to that. Actually,
Hmm.
let's get to this. Let's get to it now.
Oh, the Kefal's drama?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is just one of them.
It continues. Is it true that the farms are back?
Yeah.
You have to use a VPN.
Okay.
Okay, so from TXT. So this piece of shit admits to intentionally baiting kiwi farms into harassing them, which led to them playing victim and getting 1,000K in pity bucks. Then went on a 2-month European vacation. Now they're playing victim again and crying about having PTSD. Go fuck yourself. Yep, the worm is
Yes.
turning. The worm keeps on turning for Keffels. And here they are. I wish I could see. Yeah, this guy says Europe, but we all know where he spent 2 months touring the orphanages Bangkok had to offer.
Oh,
And I wish we could see the
Jesus.
full picture.
so she's in the. Oh my god! So she was
And
included in the local book.
Isn't this Vito's
Yeah,
this
that's
Vito's
Vito.
logo?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's great.
Oh shit. That's rough. That's
No,
rough.
that book is awesome. The one that they made. I don't know if it's gonna be a legit book, but if it's gonna be a legit book, I want.
Okay, you need to link me to that because I need to see the full picture. If it's not graphic by YouTube standards.
No, you see, someone make a sort like a book similar to Where is Waldo,
Yeah.
and they included all the YouTube personalities that I had making a lot of noise the last year. So there are
Nice.
pictures of Doug, of Yellow Flash, Anna, Nick, Kefals, Vito, Ethan Rolf, you name it.
Nice. Does it show the AHOG getting beat up by Portuguese?
I don't know. I have to check.
Lucas, the forever grifter scumbag.
So there's a question that came to my head. Did Ethan Ralph buy his check mark?
Oh,
That is
I
a good
wouldn't put it
question.
I wouldn't put it past.
Because people have said, "How the?"
I guess
I've heard
if
people
you
ask him.
know the kind of person that he is,
He's just a big old boy just hollering on the internet.
Ugh. You know that guy. He had things going well. He just the day Zidane left was the last good day. Zidane was the glue of that show. No, he was the heart of the show.
I don't know if this is for real, but Troon Flag, they're scum in response to F. Keffels and F. the Chong Troon, Liz Fong Jones.
Oh, so Liz Fong Jones is now throwing Keffels under the bus. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm
I
watching
forget-
any of this drama that I watch is going to be from quite a distance.
Yes, I haven't.
Yes, before going on with this, check out the private chat.
Okay. Because I was gonna put that in, and I figured, that's too much. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this. Be gone with Keffels. You are nothing to us, Lucas, but a lol cow.
And a sinner.
You are nothing but shark food. Anyways, from Know Your Meme. Yep. We want this as a book. So let's see. Let's see. There's the kids. There's. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's find everybody. Oh, there's Jim Medicare. That guy with the glasses, nostalgia critic, getting choked by. Who's this guy?
The Nostalgia Critic?
The what?
The Nostalgia Critic?
Yeah, this is a nostalgia critic, but I'm trying to figure out who's getting choked by.
I don't know. You have to zoom it.
I don't know who like a 2/3 of these people are, and I think that's a good thing.
I think the fat guy is PPP. Oh my god, there's what's his name? Dame Pesos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's a little burrito guy.
I'm so glad that he's not dead.
I love here's Nick Fuentes down here.
There's Gundam.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes looking at a sock with cum on it.
Aren't you like 5
Joel-
miles away from Dame Pesos?
More like a couple thousand, but yeah.
Oh, forget it then.
Here's another here's Jim Medicare face reveal. Destiny.
Monday
Don't
Night.
know. That's Angry Joe. Let's see. There's the Chud. Ricada. Ethan and Gila. Don't know. I think that's not Keemstar. Oh, we got over here. We have Critical Drinker, Chris
Nice.
Chan.
There is no from Q Farms.
Where
Are these people lolcows, or is there a lolcow that you have to find?
Bunny?
In the center,
Is this Ethan Ralph?
I think so.
Ethan Ralph will talk about going to Mexico.
Just saying, because I don't think.
Oh, yeah, is-
the critical lolcow.
Oh, Tonka Saw, and It's a Gundam. Critical
See, I
Drinker.
can't see any of these. And I can't see
Oh.
where you're looking either.
What, you can't?
I mean, I can see the picture, but it's, it's tiny.
Well, I have it zoomed in.
Oh, in the right, there is the names of everyone.
Oh, yeah, there
Yeah,
are
I
tags
know-
on it.
Yeah, I
Abigail
know there's-
Shapiro's on.
Yeah.
The only one that matters is Abigail Shapiro. Find me
And her
those
cats are
Kazar
mommy
milkers.
milkers.
Oh yeah, that's
But there's
true.
Tonka, It's a Gundam. Forgot this guy. Oh, Matt Jarbo. I think this is Blair White getting
my
her
God,
leg
Christian.
licked by someone.
There's
These people are
Christian.
lolcows. Some of them are legit.
Oh, Teal Deer.
Well, I think, but that's part of the thing. They're like mixing it in, like who is.
Oh.
It's they're not all cause.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But yeah,
Yeah.
there's Blair.
Brianna Wu.
Cog
Sarkisian.
Thought.
Frosk.
So we don't have to
I know.
name every single
there's TJ.
Yeah, but it's
person.
funny.
I guess we have to.
I mean, the issue is that not everyone's going to be able to see it. Like I can't see.
Yeah. I know. Heck, I'll link it in the chat for them to go find.
Yeah, here is the link with the image.
Yep. Here's the link if you want to find. Here's the link if you want to find all the lol cows that we've been mentioning, and all your favorite YouTube personalities.
Okay, going back to couples.
Enough about Keffels, but we have something Keffels adjacent.
I just want to say this is one of those things. This book cover is one of those things that I'm glad we're left out of.
Yeah. I mean,
give us some time.
Yeah, I hope one day in the future I'm gonna wake up and someone draws art of me in my Condor Joe. Nah, do you know what I've been thinking? I've been thinking about maybe saving up some money, going down to like some people who know how to make like motorcycle helmets, getting a quote, and maybe making an actual Inca style Condor Joe helmet.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I can actually have my camera on and still be semi anonymous.
You can, you can probably do it with paper mache though, or like with cardboard and cast, that thing that they used to put in your arm when you broke it.
Oh,
Plaster of Paris.
Yeah,
plaster
That
Paris. Plaster
That shit's
chips?
heavy. That shit's
Yeah.
heavy.
Oh, yeah, and I know. I made a Mandalorian helmet that way. Believe me, I know.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
I still have it lying
Anyways.
around. One day I'll show it to you. I actually show it once on a stream with.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fucking heavy, but it's a Mandalorian armor. You gotta be a tough guy to wear it.
Well, with all the noise that I make among anti-comics haters, don't be surprised if my logo ends up there one day.
Yeah. Which reminds me, we still have to add you to the official banner. Get on it, Canales.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Luckily for all of us, I have the characters on the background on separate layers, so I can like move us to one side and put a mega. You need to tell us how you want to be depicted in the banner, Mega.
I think I already told you, but
you told me something about like Arliss Loveless, but not
Mexican Arliss Loveless with the Zorro mask, maybe.
Okay. That cool with you, Mega?
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes. Okay, fuck it.
Where instead of the top hat, it's like a sombrero, and he's in a strappe. Anyways, from our good friends Libs of TikTok, the state of liberal media, they're now upset that Discord mods are getting caught. From Rachel Monroe. I wrote about the chaotic world of amateur predator hunter stings on YouTube, which combines many of the internet's worst trends: stunts for clout, vigilante justice, and groomer panic. But then, womp womp. Update: Rachel just deleted her Twitter account after she wrote a piece siding with Discord mods.
Both libs of TikTok and gays against groomers, they go fucking hard sometimes. I'm like, oh,
yeah. I miss those gals.
Yeah,
TikTok is doing the Lord's work.
There's 4Ks are milkers that I could make an invitation to.
Mm-hmm. And here's the archive of the article. Do you wanna? Shall we give it a little looky do?
You guys are I'm gonna drop out because it's getting late.
Duh.
Yeah, I know. It's 2:15 a.m. here.
Lame. Old.
I'm old. I'm an old head.
Go
did not
drink your
use-
Metamucil and play bingo, Grandpa.
I'm gonna chase all those pesky away from my yard. Get over my lawn.
Spray him with the hose. Anyways,
That's actually what I'm gonna do. See you guys later.
all right. Well,
Hi, man. Have a nice
bye.
night.
Yeah, you too, man. See you around, guys.
All right. So should we take a look at this article?
We can start it. Let's see how mad we get.
All right. Let's take a look. From the, of course, it's in the New Yorker, which also makes me miss Georgia Alexopoulos' New Woker thing. The disturbing rise of amateur predator hunting stings. How the search for men who prey on underage victims became a YouTube craze, by Rachel Monroe. A couple of years ago, when Cam, her husband, and her brother-in-law would sit around watching YouTube, a certain kind of video kept popping up. The videos, which were made by groups like Dads Against Predators, the Predators Catchers Alliance, or the Alabama Predator Poachers, tend to follow a similar template, opening with screenshots of flirty messages exchanged between an adult man and someone purporting to be a teenage girl or boy, set to an ominous soundtrack. After some brief hesitation, "Do you mind my age? Your parents won't know," the adult's messages turn more explicit. The pair arranges to meet up after school. The teenager might say, "I can get my mom to drop me off." Then the scene shifts to the fluorescent lit aisles of a Target or to the parking lot outside of a Dollar General. The camera zeroes in on a man standing by himself, furtively checking his phone, his posture betraying anxious anticipation. The predator catchers approach, phones up, camera's already recording. "Hey, did you come here to meet a kid?" they say loudly. The man's face betrays what is about to happen. He denies everything, or prays to God, or buries his face in his hands, or start yelling. The predator catchers pepper him with questions and accusations. "Why are you chatting with kids online? You're a pervert. You're nasty." They announce that they are going to call the police or that they've already called the police. Eventually, the man walks or runs away as his name and license plate number flash on the screen. The thought of adult men attempting to meet up with children got Cam's blood boiling. And here were regular people, not cops or television journalists, actually doing something about it. Her husband and her brother-in-law were inspired. They were like, "What if we do something like this locally?" Cam, who lives in Odessa, Texas, told me. Cam also referred to Cam as a fake name. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll follow. Thoughts so far?
I'm not mad yet. So I know someone who knows someone. Got it? So like someone that I know, someone that they know, that's like, how do I put this? He's definitely a weirdo. Like not even a weirdo. Like there's something wrong with him. And he got picked up in one of these a couple of years ago. And he absolutely was trying to talk to teenage girls on the internet. I don't know how he was doing it. Like I asked details, but my friend didn't know the details because he doesn't know this guy that well. But like it was in his town, so he was like, "This guy better stay home."
Yeah.
And this guy was definitely like he's of some kind of diminished capacity. There is a diminished capacity going on, and I noticed that is there seems to be a common theme of that among people that get picked up in these stings. Because think about it, how fucking stupid do you have to be?
I mean, you have
How
to be
dumb do
pretty
you have to
stupid
be?
if you find like a person under 18 attractive.
Like, I mean, to go through to like think that you're gonna to not understand the rule that everyone you talk to on the internet is a fed.
Mm-hmm.
you have to be pretty dumb. There has to be something off about you. So on one side, and I started, you remember, clearly you remember the show To Catch a Predator.
Yep.
It started weirding me out a little bit because I started noticing that there are a lot of people. Like there was this one dude they picked up that had like a big scar on his head, and it turns out he had a massive traumatic brain injury. None of which excuses any of this. I'm just saying that there is a side of me that's like, would these guys be in this position if there weren't people luring them into that position? But it's not the deciding factor, because don't just stay away from kids, man. Imaginary or not.
Mm. Predator hunter videos take an enduring social media trend, performing stunts for clout and add a dash of vigilante justice and participatory true crime. In the past few years, they have become a minor YouTube phenomenon, one of the platform's proliferating subgenres that can feel ubiquitous in some parts of the online universe, yet invisible in others. They typically follow the formula made famous by the TV segment To Catch a Predator in the early 2000s, but with more chaotic DIY energy. Like earliest this year, sting operation spiraled into a fistfight in North Carolina Target, ending with the Predator catch a shot in the leg. Whoa. The most popular examples have hundreds of thousands of views and have inspired people to bring the trend on their own. In 2019, NBC identified about 30 predator catching online groups scattered across the country. Recently, the Washington Post found more than 160, which have been responsible for nearly 1,000 stings a year. Cam was 8 years old in 2004 when To Catch a Predator began airing on Dateline on NBC. Okay, thanks for making me feel old. The segment's host, Chris Hansen, had heard about Perverted Justice, a watchdog group whose members posed as teenagers in chat room. NBC producers gave the group's operations a primetime makeover, renting a house and rigging it with cameras and hiring young-looking actors to pose as decoys. And they also got like $100,000 per instance. When a man arranged a meeting with the supposed teen at the sting house, he would instead be confronted by Hansen and a squad of local cops ready to charge them with online solicitation of a minor, a crime punishable between 5 and 10 years in prison. Although there were only 20 episodes of the series in 3 years, it's this touchstone that I grew up with, millions of people grew up with. Paul Renfro, a professor of history at Florida State University and author of Stranger Danger, Family Values, Childhood, and the American Carceral State. Said, it shaped how people think about sexual violence in ways that we haven't fully grappled with. The show focused on the threat from strangers on the internet, even though most victims of child SA are harmed by someone who known to them. On the show, it's not the family, it's not the priests or rabbis or other authority figures who pose a threat to children. It's this devious stranger, Renfro said. The show's influence helped spur the passage of the Adam Walsh Act in 2006, which created publicly searchable databases of people convicted of certain sex crimes. And, well, there's little evidence that sex offender registries have been effective at reducing sexual offenses. I mean,
it allows people to know who the dangers to their kids. My only issue with the sex offender registry is when people that get arrested for like pissing in an alley have to get put on it.
Yeah. What about the one where it's like where the teenagers like turns 18 like the day after, and he has a girlfriend that's like still yeah.
I'm against that as well. That's silly.
Let's see. To Catch a Predator faced criticism most bluntly that it flirted with entrapment and blurred the lines between entertainment and law enforcement. It's not like for decades we had Cops, the Cops show. But the show's justification that was going after men who were preying on kids tended to overwhelm the critique. Then in 2000, can't read. Then in 2007, a sting against Bill Conrad, a man from Terrell, Texas, went horribly wrong. For a few weeks, Conrad exchanged explicit messages from a perverted justice member posing as a 13-year-old boy. But when the time came to meet up, Conrad stopped responding. Police decided to arrest him at his home instead, and the production followed. And then SWAT team burst in. Conrad shot himself, and then they later settled a lawsuit with Conrad's family that the producers had steamrolled police into a rushed arrest, and then it was canceled. And then there was also like To Catch a Con Man, and then occasionally, and then recently as conspiracies. Here we go. Recently, as conspiracies about groomers and child sex trafficking rings have circulated widely online, amateur predator hunting has come back into style. I mean, yeah, it's not a conspiracy.
There are reasons. I wouldn't say I'm against it, but there are reasons to be critical of it. Like, if you're going to do that, you have to be really fucking careful, and you have to know the laws, and you have to understand other people's rights. Like, there's that dude, I forget which one it is, but there's probably the one that I watch the most. Like, he was out, excuse me, he was out and he was talking to a guy, and one of the guys that was with him sort of stepped in the other guy's path, and he pulled him back and he's like, "Don't stand in his way. Like, don't do anything that could be construed as detaining him, because we don't have the right to do that, but we do have the right to talk." So that guy understood the limits on what he could do legally without getting locked up himself. Because if you like, let's just say that you decide that you're going to do this, and you grab the guy and you hold him, well, now you've essentially, the charge that you're going to get is something like kidnapping. So because you're live streaming it, you're putting all the evidence that you've committed that kidnapping. You're broadcasting it internationally. So if you're going to get involved with this stuff, know your rights, but also know the rights of the people that you're confronting, and understand that I don't think I've seen them go for anyone that I wouldn't say that guy, like, they have plenty of messages, but don't get lost. Don't lose sight of guilty until innocent. I mean, innocent until guilty.
Right. But yeah, but as we say, there's plenty of evidence for grooming, or people attempting to groom people. Like, libs and TikToks and Gays Against Groomers are basically based on it.
Yeah,
like, we've seen the videos.
They have they have chat logs, lots and lots of chat logs.
And I mean, it's not too long ago that some teacher was busted for actually doing nasty things to children. But anyways, this article
like every other
continues.
fucking day.
Yeah. Let's see. This article goes on to say that Cam created the Permian Basin Predator Patrol in Odessa, and then they were called to a meeting at the Odessa Police Department where the officers made it clear that they disapproved of their activities. "We were told we can't be involved with them and that we can't send them anything directly," she said. "One, we're endangering ourselves, and two, we're giving them more work." That's what it seemed like they were saying. "We are very mindful not to entrap a suspect," Lieutenant Brad Klein, who works at the Odessa Police Department's Crimes Against Persons unit. "Taking a predator into custody can be very dangerous as well." And then they continue to make videos, and they use like fake names, and they're like, "Being females is like we're FBI agents in our own mind," she said. Sometimes she's find a man's family on Facebook and send his mother screenshots of the obscene messages he's sent, or call his employer. I believe 3 of them have been let go of their jobs, she said. Let's see. A sting by predator catchers Indianapolis led to a man's conviction for child solicitation. And the prosecutor expected to see more vigilante investigations. Hey, if it's good for child predators, why is it not good for thieves? And drugs or something of that nature. Although
because holy shit, because the impact of exploiting children is significantly worse than stealing or selling drugs. Holy shit.
I mean, steal a car, but steal a child's innocence, that's worse.
I mean, a car can be replaced. A kid's innocence can't be replaced. Once you damage that, it's forever.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean they can't recover, but that damage, it's always there.
Right. Let's see. Although YouTube's predator hunters tend to portray themselves as the unequivocal good guys, their track record is more mixed. At least one man has faced felony charges of obstructing justice and unlawful restraint, stemming from an incident in which he lured a man to his car, threatened to hit him, and prevented him from leaving. This guy took a plea deal and shut down his predator hunter Facebook group to avoid prosecution. Dads Against Predators have been reportedly banned from local grocery stores for causing disturbances, and a 20-year-old in Connecticut hanged himself after a confrontation with a predator hunter group. Let's see. One video by the Permian Basin Predator Patrol ends with a man weeping, then running off into traffic.
So remember what I was saying about like you can't detain people because you're not a cop. And that gets you locked up. There's an example of that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Lives of TikTok was a little... I wouldn't say this article is necessarily totally siding with the Discord mods or Reddit mods, wherever you want to call them. I think but it is I think it's highlighting like the trouble with like predator groups. I mean, they're good, but sometimes they can get out of control and they don't know like
well, they have to be
boundaries.
trained and they have to be managed. They can't just be if they want to stay out of legal trouble, they have to be well trained, they have to be well informed, and they have to be well managed and well documented.
Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? I mean,
I got nothing.
I'm just scrolling through this. See if there's anything else, but I mean, yes. I mean, the way the chick wrote on her Twitter was like kind of accusatory, like typical liberal urinalist screed. But to be honest,
she is trying to portray. Yeah, she is trying. I mean, she is trying to portray child predators as victims. That it gets into that. It's not heavy on that, but it's that you can see it in the subtext.
Oh. Let's see. Breaking, we obtained audio of a Bentonville, Arkansas high school English teacher giving students a lesson on CRT. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that, then we're gonna tie everything up. So from the 7076 Project Pack, we attained Bentonville, that's where Walmart is from. CRT can be useful to help us become a better society. Lie. CRT has very little to do with Marxism. Lie. Marxism is a phrase we place on things to make them anti-American. True. So let's take a listen here.
I talked a lot about what CRT is, but in the wake of some of what we've heard today, I want us to identify some things that CRT is not. Very associated with Karl Marx. I feel a little bad for Karl Marx. I'm not sure he understood exactly how he was going to be framed throughout history. He was an economist who scrutinized economic systems, and he had some things to say about socialism and economic.
That was a lie, because he was basically a homeless bum. Well, a bum.
Yeah.
He was leeching off his parents at the time he wrote the Communist Manifesto.
I would never describe Karl Marx as an economist. He was a mooch who was raised rich enough to have an education that allowed him to over-present his rationale for mooching. That's all he was. He was an unemployed fucking mooch.
Yeah, and so was his friend Engels. Just a bunch of Victorian-era mooches.
Practice, and he did eventually move toward the melding of the economic and the political in the form of what was the word? Communism. Thank you, communism. But a lot of times in education and in politics, Marxist becomes a phrase, a label that we try and pin on things in order to make them anti-American, like the worst, right?
But that's true. Marxism is anti-American.
Right? You believe in the devil, there it is. But it's important to understand that critical race theory has very, very little anything to do with Marxism.
Lie.
But I want you to be aware of what critical race theory is so that you do not become a victim of a kind of weaponization of this phrase or this topic. Critical race theory has been around for almost 50 years. Okay, it's done a lot of work in our justice system. I think it's in the last few years that critical race theory has become something sort of objectionable. Okay? So whether you object to it or not, I think it's important to have an idea of what it is, right? A clear idea of what does this lens, what kind of conversations does it lead us into, and how can it be useful to help us become a better society, as opposed to how can it be weaponized and nothing changes, right?
Nothing changes. I mean, look at what's going on right now with the crime rates in the big cities in America.
All forms of Marxism and socialism are essentially the nursery wanting the keys to every cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when you give them, what happens when you give the kids in the nursery the keys to every cabinet?
Well, they're going to run into something that'll straight up kill them. That's what I know.
They'll fucking destroy everything. They won't pick up after themselves. They'll eat all the candy. They'll make themselves sick from eating all the candy. They'll break stuff. They'll get themselves hurt. If you let the kids in the nursery have free reign over everyone's shit, they destroy it. And the people that want, like Marxists, are their children. It's a child-brained idea of the world. It's very immature.
Coca says could be when we were discussing Mega's character, it's could be Mexican bootleg canals when he bounces out. Then he also says predators might be desperate as social life and relationships are screwed. In the end, they are humans too, and they feel certain needs that maybe feel unfulfilled. So I
think
don't
that's
know.
true, but you know,
Mhm.
they keep kids out of it.
Yeah. And animals. Animals and children. And let's see. All right. One last tweet to tie off the show from
Oh shit.
Old Muskie. It's an Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
Periwinkle supporter cruise sweatshirt and costs $58.
Honestly, like $60 for a branded sweatshirt probably is about average these days, right?
I guess so. I mean, I paid like 30. Yeah. Well, I paid like 30 soles or like maybe $10 for my El Bananero t-shirt. Sape!
Zappy.
Sappy! I'm still getting it. I was witnessed! Like that scene. But yeah, then someone's like, no, he's pointing out that AOC is crying about $8 when charging $58 for an $8 hoodie with her name on it. Basically, Horsey Girl is a hypocrite.
She does. She's part of it. She's a hypocrite because she's really fucking dumb. Like she doesn't have the mental capacity to see her own contradictions. She's too stupid to understand that if she says, I don't know, fucking whatever, like she doesn't even understand that faking those photos. She doesn't understand why that was bad. She's that fucking stupid. All she understands is that she's being given attention, and she has this very loose idea of the sales pitch that she's supposed to be giving. She's very dumb.
She's getting her tenchies and Val, like you always say.
That is what she's doing. That's absolutely what it all comes down to. I mean, and comfort. It's three things women want: tenchies, Val, other people's resources.
Mm-hmm.
That sums up Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's motivations entirely. Those are the only three things in life that she wants.
Okay. I guess that's the end of our show. So, Midnight, what do you got planned for this week?
I'm pretty busy with IRL shit this week, but I've gotten back to work on Midnight Chrome, so I want to wrap this episode that I've been working on for like fucking 2.5, 3 months now as soon as I possibly can. But I have to get back in. I have to get my head back into it because I'm working with files with 400 tracks.
Oof.
But I got a bunch of art, and my computer is on its last fucking leg. So there's that too. But whatever.
Well,
I'll
let's hope it lasts to get that out.
Yeah.
And Mega, what do you got planned?
I have to deal with some real life stuff, finish some commissions, and my sister wants me to meet her boyfriend.
Oh.
Older sister or younger sister?
Younger.
You're the oldest, right?
Middle.
Ah, okay, you're the middle.
You gonna bring a
Alright.
baseball bat?
Maybe.
No, you should buy like a 45 mag and like just when he walks in, just like polish it and then maybe have like a bullet with like his name on it.
Yeah, but remember that in Mexico, we have the extremely strict gun laws.
Not what I've seen with the cartel is.
Cartels don't follow laws.
Of course. I know.
Oh yeah.
Or like get like a prop Desert Eagle.
Oh, Coco is right. Use a machete.
Yeah. Yeah. Go
Oh
with
yeah,
the machete. Mhm.
Machete. Good choice.
Yeah, just like when your sister's bringing him up to the front of the house, just like, do you have a porch?
Yeah, something similar.
Yeah, just like sit on the porch and like sharpen your machete. And as they walk by, just give the give the guy like an acknowledgement. And maybe for extra leverage, like maybe after you're done sharpening, you'd like slice an avocado or something.
A chicken leg.
Yeah. Something like that. Just to just to give him a little bit of a make him pee his pants a little.
Yeah, showing he's the boss.
Yep. Maybe you can get your dad into it too. Just you and your dad sitting out on the porch sharpening machetes, and then little sister brings the guy, and you both give him the look, you know?
No, actually, my dad wants me to meet him first.
What's that?
My dad told me you have to see him first, and if you like it, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You can have the machete, he can have the gun. All right.
I mean, honestly,
So-
the standards are: does he have a job and does he hit her? If the answers are yes and no, then who gives a fuck?
The other one should be: does he have a drug addiction?
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's pretty
The
good.
only addiction he has is to eat chicharron and that kind of stuff.
Ooh,
Well, you can't hold that against the man. Jesus.
fuck. Now I want to chicharron. But chicharrones are different down here. Chicharrones are not the skin. They're like meat attached to the skin. But anyways, I guess that's it for the show. We'll see you same time next Sunday. Maybe
Next
we
Sunday?
might have a special show either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, depending on how the salt flows.
Mm-hmm.
I may or may not be able to participate. I'll let you know.
All right. Well, just keep me in the loop. We only have like a day or so to prepare ourselves for the onslaught.
I'm calling. There's going to be by the time that happens, there's going to be a glow up.
Yep. On back to the topic. Coca says slice 2 avocados to make the message very clear. Anyways, finally, it's time for us to go. I'm Jez, Midnight, and Mega. This was Awful Goodness. We'll see you next Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice night.